So do you also use Stripe to sell your products online? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to notify Discord when a payment is captured via Stripe. So if you also want to notify your team on Discord, this is the ideal automation for you. So like you, I also use Stripe to sell my products online, and now what I want is that as soon as we receive a new payment from Stripe, I want to notify my team on Discord about the same so that they can process the order and do the further action. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Stripe and Discord, and we are going to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language. We are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. In this video I'll show you how to create a connection between Stripe and Discord in such a way that whenever you receive a new payment from Stripe, automatically your team on Discord will get notified. So to do this, I'm just going to open a new tab and I'm just going to search for the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by typing pabbly.com/connect in my browser. Now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an easy to use automation tool using which we are going to create a connection between Discord and Stripe. But before we move on further, I'll just show you something really helpful. This is the Pabbly community where automation users, business owners and marketers connect. Pabbly community is a space where users share their ideas, workflow tips, doubts and solutions. So if you are stuck at any step, the community is a great resource for guidance because we have experts in this. And if you also want to join this amazing community, the link is given in the description box below. Make sure to check it out. Alright, I'm just going to create this amazing automation. For that, I'm just going to go back towards the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we have two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can simply click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I'm an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in, and once I'm just going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over you're going to see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. Now it is opening the dashboard of my Pabbly Connects account, and to get started I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me to select the workflow builder, the new one or the classic one. So the new workflow builder is faster, flexible and ideal for those who want a modern interface, while the classic one on the other hand has a stable and familiar approach and ideal for those who want a tried and tested setup. So you can use any one from this. I'm just going to use this new one, so I'm just going to go towards the select of the new one. Now I'm just going to simply enter the workflow name right over here, and then I'm just going to simply select the folder in which I want to save my workflow. So on my dashboard you can see multiple folders which I've already created in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can simply go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I've already created many, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, and now I'm just going to simply click on this button which says create, and once I'm just going to click on this create, it is going to open the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this, and also by this you can understand that the trigger starts the process and the actions are results towards the same. So now we first have to set up this trigger, then only we're just going to set up this action. So to set up my trigger, I'm just going to simply go towards this add trigger button, and now for the trigger application I'm just going to simply select it as Stripe right over here. So I'm just going to search for it and select it, and now for the trigger event I'm just going to simply select it as new charge and click on this connect. Now it has given me a web URL using which we're going to create a connection between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. For that I'm just going to simply copy this web URL, then I'm just going to open my Stripe account, and after opening my Stripe account I'm just going to go towards this left end of the site towards this developers, and after that we have to go towards this webhooks, and once I'm just going to come over here towards this webhook, we simply have to click on this add destination. Now I'm just going to select my account API version. Now I'm just going to move in further. For the event I'm just going to simply select it as charge succeeded. So I'm just going to look for the charge charge succeeded right over here, and as you can see the same, so I'm simply going to select charge succeeded. I'm just going to select it and click on this button which says continue, and after this I'm just going to simply select webhook endpoint and click on this continue. Now I'm just going to simply enter the webhook URL and click on this create destination, and once I'm just going to click on this create destination, with this we have successfully added the webhook URL right over here in our workflow, and with this we have successfully created a connection between Stripe and Pabbly Connect. But now it is saying waiting for a webhook response. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply open my Stripe, and now I'm just going to go back right over here. I'm just going to simply close this developers, and now from here I'm just going to go towards this left hand of the side towards this payment links, and let's say I'm just going to purchase something. Let's say I'm just going to simply purchase this Pabbly Connect subscription. So I'm just going to simply open it in a new tab, and I'm just going to purchase this Pabbly Connect subscription. For that I'm just going to simply enter all of my details right over here, and as you can see that I've simply entered all of my details. And after entering this I'm just going to click on this pay, and once I'm just going to click on this pay, yes, you can see that automatically our payment will be successful because I'm using a test information. I've entered a test card detail, and also I'm using this in test mode which is Stripe. So yes, you can see thanks for the payment, and with this we have successfully purchased this Pabbly Connect subscription. Alright, so now I'm just going to open my workflow, and as you can see that Pabbly has successfully captured the response for the same. You're going to see all the details which we entered during our test submission, be the first name, last name, email address, and the rest of the details. And now I'm just going to simply notify my team on Discord whenever we're going to receive a new payment, right? So with this we have successfully completed the trigger step, and now I'm just going to move on towards my action. For that I'm just going to simply click on this add new action step, and now for the action application I'm just going to simply search for Discord and select it. And now for the action event I'm just going to select it as send channel message markdown and click on this connect. Now it is asking me for the webhook URL, and to enter this webhook URL I'm just going to open my Discord, go towards the server name, then the server settings, and after coming over here we have to go towards this integrations and then towards this webhooks. And what you have to do is you simply have to click on this new webhook button to add a new webhook. I have already added multiple webhooks, so I'm just going to use one from this only. What you have to do is you simply have to go towards this new webhook, you have to enter the name of the webhook and select the channel in which you want to send the message, and you will receive the webhook URL. I have already did all of this, so I'm just going to simply copy this webhook URL, then I'm just going to paste it right over here in my workflow. Now it is asking me for the message, so I want to send a message something like this. So I'm just going to simply enter the message to right over here in my workflow. But over here in this message I'm just going to simply change the customer name, the email address, and the ID. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply map all of these details. You must be wondering what is mapping. So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step, and when we insert the data from the previous step, automatically our data becomes dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm just going to simply map all of these details. First I'm just going to map the name, then I'm just going to move on further, I'm just going to map the email address, and at last I'm just going to map the ID. So I'm just going to simply map these three details. If you wish you can definitely map much more details too. And now it's asking me for the bot name and icons. If you wish you can definitely enter this, but this is not required, so I'm just going to leave it as blank. If you want this text to speech you can simply keep it as enabled. I'm just going to keep it as disabled and click on this save and send test request. And once I'm just going to click on this save and send test request, we have received the positive response that we have successfully notified our team on Discord. Alright, so I'm just going to open my Discord, and as you can see that we have successfully notified our team on Discord. I'm just going to move on further. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply do the test submission once again, and we're just going to check this workflow in real time. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to simply purchase this Pabbly Connect subscription once again. So I'm just going to simply purchase this once again. For that I'm just going to simply copy this URL, and now I'm just going to purchase this once again. So I'm just going to simply copy the URL, and I'm just going to open it in a new tab to purchase this once again. Alright, and now I'm just going to purchase this with the new details. Alright, now for the details I'm just going to simply enter my details as this right over here. For the expiry I'm just going to simply enter this. I'm just going to enter the CVV. Now I'm just going to move on further. I'm just going to simply enter the full name on the card and the address. And now I'm just going to click on this button which says pay. And once I'm just going to click on this pay, it is saying thank you for the payment. So I'm just going to open my Discord, and as you can see my team on Discord has been notified in real time, and within seconds a message has been sent towards my team on Discord about the new payment captured on Stripe. You're going to see the name, same email, and the same ID. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now whenever we're going to receive receive a new payment from Stripe, which is a successful payment, automatically my team on Discord will be notified about the same. And yes, all of this is going to happen in backend. We don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. And if you wish, I'm just going to simply attach the workflow link in the description box below so that you can access my workflow. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.